sister, you see what I'm saying? This look, now you seem to make sense. A whole episode now. Now you want an episode with me, baby? I thought she said that, see, look, she's getting disingenuous, man. You should have just told the brother, no, I don't find you attractive. Now she sent the wrong city.
Hey, what's up, brunch break party people?
It is, right? Yeah. Did she say she don't like? No, I don't think she said that.
Whew. Sing a song. Look. YouTube started on point tonight. All right. Time is 2 minutes after 8. But I started at 8 o'clock. Hey, there we go. So, time is 2 minutes after 8, but I started at 8. Cameras came up on point. I'm happy, all of that. What's up, brunch break party people? Welcome all. Let's see how long I feel like being on here for tonight. What's going on, brunch break party people? FRiSCO FiASCO, Grounds Radio in association with Delaware Matters, Delaware Cares. Delaware's the first state. Dr. Lee, wherever you are, I hope you're all right. Hit me back when you get a chance. I'm on. That was a fart. That's what I do. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, and whoever else I'm missing. Mike Super hit me. God bless wherever you are and however you're doing. Rita, me and her was on the phone earlier. I know I'm gonna hear from her soon. And Tammy, wherever you at in your silly ass. Tammy's silly, but I still love her. So, the fuckery of today. I don't know. I woke up this morning looking at the news and more New York Knicks derangement syndrome is going on. New York Knicks derangement syndrome is going on. If anybody ever been to the World Trade Center, the entrance to the trade center, they said it's 30 feet high. I don't know if I want to believe that, but the entrance has a glass canopy. Because usually they have, many places in New York have wooden marquee, placements. But as of recently, they've been going deco, new century era deco, and shit's been glass. They'll go with glass or something steel, It'll be thin, and it won't be anything that you could stand under and duck from foul weather. I can tell you that. So it's a glass menagerie of a marquee like scaffold, and it's a marquee, and it's glass, and it's a canopy, and it looks nice. It's deco. Like I said, it's nothing you could duck under foul weather and shit like that. Like the old school movie theater canopy, sign canopies, with the flashing lights and then the name of the movie and the stars in the movie that are above. Those days is over. At least back in New York, they don't do it like that no more. And not for nothing, so this thing here is built in the famous World Trade Towers. And I'm looking at it and all of the crazy shit that goes on down there from New York Knicks syndrome, derangement syndrome. And some guy, don't know who he was, but a couple of people climbed up that shit to play King Kong. New York Knicks, yeah. Corny. Stand on the ground and just root your team, But some people, basically a few young people, had to climb up that thing and messed around and got, looked like they was partying, having a great time. Well, definitely was partying, having a great time. But from out of nowhere, some dude climbed up there and he was a junkie. Why would somebody on drugs want to climb a 30-foot high glass menagerie marquee? Why? And this is the World Trade train station, World Trade Towers, World Trade Center train station. Who would want to do that? Who would want to be on drugs and do that? That's retarded. I'm like, oh, wow. So they interviewed this Hispanic guy and another guy, I'm assuming he was Hispanic, and said, oh, we was just hanging out and, we was roaring the crowd and rooting the crowd. And the guy climbed up here and he was all right for a few minutes, and then he just passed out on top of the World Trade Center glass marquee. He crashed out, passed out, doped up. Somebody had to toss him and a skinny white female ambulance worker who was off work. She was there enjoying the festivities. But I have a funny feeling she knew she had, I have a funny feeling she knew that somebody was going to get sick, pass out, throw up, whatever. And that's what happened. What I thought was corny was how from out of nowhere, she just so happened to be in effect and climb up there and help these people, these two guys out, one or two guys, I think, out to try to revive the junkie. The junkie was black. The junkie was black with a New York Knicks jersey on. Okay, once again, I don't know any junkie I've ever seen in my life wanna climb anything in altitude. In their mind, they're already anxietized and high as a motherfucker. Usually, they just want to sit somewhere and be doped up or stand in one place and drop their head all the way to their knees and just freeze. The shit junkies do. I never met a junkie in my life that felt like they wanted to climb. Looking at the guy in the picture, he looked like, the Knicks did this shit 15, 20 years ago. He was with it. He was younger then. But now, oh, hell no. This guy looked like he was a little up in age. What possessed him to want to climb on top of a glass marquee, subway glass marquee, and cheer and root the crowd? Why would the normal people that climbed up there and did the same thing would want to do the same thing? What if the glass would have gained pressure and started cracking at the seams? Then what? Pow! 30 feet in the air, y'all come crashing down on the crowd. And a lot of people survived 30 feet. A lot of people survive 30 feet. But a lot of people don't. 30 feet, and depending on the shock of your anxiety when you land, and if you don't land on your feet, oh man, you dead. You're gonna die. And if you land on your feet and it's not that bad on the heart, you're gonna break some things. You're gonna break some things, possibly both ankles, and you're gonna be messed up. Ain't gonna be nothing you can do. And if you're a certain age when shit like that happens, it takes a long time to heal. A long time to heal. This is crazy. Stupid shit. Stupid shit, stupid people. I don't know what to tell y'all. So much for Trump derangement syndrome. ICE immigrant derangement syndrome. Now Knicks derangement syndrome. A famous newscaster said, I have a funny feeling this is going to last a while. I'm going to top what she said, and I'm going to say, I have a funny feeling this is going to go on for the rest of the year. This is going to go on for the rest of the year. There's going to be concurring new crimes, existing crimes, a lot of behind people that are overly flabbergasted and excited that the Knicks won. Serious. I'm serious. And it's the God's honest truth. Makes no sense. Y'all are outside doing all of this fuck shit. Shootouts in the middle of Times Square. Women fighting on poles. women fighting on poles, pulling clothes off the asses of other women, fighting like savages in the middle of the street, ripping people's jerseys and clothes off their backs and beating them up because they're with the opposing team. You know, man. And I say all the time, this is why New York don't like, this is why certain leaders of power that give permission for community-based organizations to close streets down, give them a block party, give them a block party, give them a community sector for a parade and all that. They quick to say no because New Yorkers don't know how to act, man. New Yorkers don't know how to act, and the immigrants that are here that were sweet before they got here, but been here a while, and now they fucked up in the head like New Yorkers too. Nobody knows how to act. Nobody knows how. Everybody's a little crazy, I was telling somebody not too long ago, about a little over a year ago. The money business for 2026 and above, or rather 2025, when I said it at the time and above, is going to be mental health clinics. That's going to be the new thing. That's going to be the new thing. And it is. They're beginning to open up welfare check centers, not welfare money, welfare check, a welfare check, your well-being. Centers and clinics all over the place, man. You got to, because this is a generation of a people that is incurable, So you think you going to these places and you getting your shit. If you gotta go to therapy more than 3 times, I'm saying you out there with the rest of us. Teach y'all really quick. 5150, all of us hang out with a little bit of people, with a little bit of everybody that is 5150. 5150 is when you got your shit together, you got your mentals together, and your shit is right. But it's something a little off in you. A trauma in your past, a trauma in your current. People constantly breaking up. I lost my wife. I lost my husband. My kids are stressing me out. My job is getting on my nerves, blah, blah, because you got to remember, there's always somebody running around here all the time. Come back to the job and start shooting shit up, like the shit that happened last week. Motherfucker came back to the job and shot shit up, tried to kill everybody moving. See, so it's mental health in everything. It's mental health in everything. It's a little bit of 5150 in all of us. But if you had to exude to that level, now it's not a 5150 thing no more. Now it's 730. 730 means zoom, pow, bang. You cuckoo and you fucked up. Plain and simple. And then there's 88. 88 means it's game over. I got, 88 is people that like to push people in front of trains, walk down the street talking to themselves, laughing to themselves, cursing you out. Like me, when a week and a half ago, I was in the restaurant minding my business, and I seen a crack hoe come in the restaurant, and she asked me for money, and I said no, and she stood there and cursed me out, screamed on me. 88. And I'm looking at all the scars on her, baby stretch mark scars on her, slash stab mark scars on her. She was mentally crippled. It's like there's no coming back. So all they can do is sell their bodies and get high and get angry and take it out on you. That's 88. You know, same thing with guys. Same thing with guys. You know, men and women. 5150, 730, 88s. And you don't have to admit to it, because if I see you, I'm gonna call it. A lot of people, you think you normal. You ain't normal. You're not normal. If you got a baby mama drama or a baby daddy drama, issues with your mother, growing up in a house without a father, issue with both parents, familiarity with both parents, you know, issues with your kids, issues with your lover, issues with people on your job, issues with your homegirls, issues with your homeboys, issues with people in general at places to go. You are the 5150. Anything past 5150 is 730. And anything past 730, you know, when the police snatch you up, they don't necessarily want to take you to the bullpen and lock you up for a couple of hours or a day or two. They take you to the hospital upstairs on that 8th floor. And you don't want to go to the 8th floor, because there's some real cuckoo shit that go on upstairs on that 8th floor. So New York is going to be suffering and experiencing a lot of odd madcap crimes because of a Nick win. I'm going to try and say something truthful from the gut, like I do all the time, because all I do is preach truth. But I think if the Knicks would have lost, the hype would have been gone. But because the Knicks won, and it's been 55 years or 62 years or whatever the fuck it was, I'm going to take a leap out there and say, yo, all of this madness is going on because they won. But if they had lost, the hype would have been gone in 3 days. But it's been days now, going on a week, and people is still acting cuckoo. Fuck shit, man. It's retarded. Set my piece. 22 minutes and 42 seconds. Time now is 8:23. Saturday. Yesterday was some dumbass holiday called Juneteenth. Today is June 20th. Happy birthday, Judith Benedict. I love you and I miss you. Rest in peace, because she died. I wish the best for her kids, and I pray the Lord Jesus Christ she crossed over into something better than this shit here. I'm FRiSCO FiASCO. Dr. Lee, wherever you are, call me. Delaware Matters, Delaware Cares, Delaware is the first state. Brunch Break crew in the 302 and the 212. Wilmington, Delaware, 302. 212, New York. I'm out. This was fun. Tomorrow's another day. I may be a little longer. I may be another 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. Always remember, when you fucking with crazy people and you know who is who when you are around them, always close the door behind you so that they don't get your ass next. FRiSCO FiASCO, tomorrow's another day. Thank you so much. Saturday, June 20th, 8:25 p.m. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Good night.